This is the Georgia Farm Monitor. Since 1966, your source for state and national agribusiness news, and features for farmers and consumers about Georgia's #1 industry, agriculture. The Georgia Farm Monitor is produced by the state's largest general farm organization, the Georgia Farm Bureau. Now, here are your hosts, Ray DeLisio and Kenny Bergamy.
One thing about Kenny and I, we are men of our word. Last week we told you we would see you again, and here we are. Thanks so much for tuning into the Farm Monitor, everybody. I'm Ray DeLisio.
And I'm Kenny Bergamy. As always, we've got a great show for you. Now, coming up, someone else who's a man of his word, actually many words in a short amount of time. This year's Georgia Auctioneer champion, Tim Yoder. See and hear why this job isn't for...
Meantime, like every other profession, auctioneering a very competitive field, and that's why being recognized as the best is so important.
It's a title recently earned by 2017 Georgia Auctioneer champion Tim Yoder, who is living his dream thanks to persistence and plenty of hard work. Damon Jones has the story.
That is world-class auctioneer Tim Yoder at work as he runs the weekly sale at the South Central Livestock Stockyard in Fitzgerald. It's a unique profession he developed a passion for as a kid while attending auctions with his dad and decided to make a career of it after watching YouTube videos.
The guy was saying that anybody can be an auctioneer, that you just have to practice, put the time in, and it turned a light on. It was like, okay, I can actually do this. So then I started pursuing it.
And the first step was finding the right auction school to attend. These are 2-week classes that give all the information needed to get into the business.
You learn the auction laws, you learn the ins and outs. I mean, they teach you the ins and outs, the way to handle business. They also teach you your chant, teach you how to develop your chant.
And that chant is something Yoder is constantly developing by trying out new techniques, working with the timing, and of course, putting in plenty of hard work.
We're always trying to improve. It's a daily practice. You have to practice daily, and you always strive to be a little better. I practice, I would say, probably at least a half hour every day. And along with, I do at least 3 weekly sales, sometimes up to, 5 or 6 sales a week, but I do at least 3 weekly sales, and then along with practicing at least, I put in practice time every day.
And all that effort has paid off as Yoder has been named the 2017 Georgia Auctioneer Champion and will compete for the World Championship against the best of the best.
Auctioneers from across the country, you come together there and you have to make the top 10, place in the top 10 at one of those contests, and then you make it on to the World Finals, which there will be 31. There'll be the top 30, and then the champion from Canada will also come together to compete for that world title.
Now, being only 27 years old, Yoder knows there is still plenty to learn about the business. However, he does recognize there are certain characteristics auctioneers must have.
You need to be an honest person, you need to have integrity, and you need to be trustworthy, because you're going to be handling people's assets, people's livelihood. And so those are 3 things that a young auctioneer needs to have.
As for his advice on those who want to break into the industry,
find someone that's established in the auction business that will help guide you and give you tips along the way and help you get into the business.
It's a business Yoder has dreamed about being a part of for years. And now that it's finally here, he says there's one aspect of the job he enjoys the most.
The interaction with the people. That is definitely the interaction. I meet so many great people, and I'm around so many people, and I like the interaction.
Reporting from Fitzgerald, I'm Damon Jones for the Georgia Farm.